listen to me, okay? Open your ears, buddy. I know how hard-headed you are. If you're not taking a 5 to 15 minute warm-up before your workout, before your lift, your mom's a whore. Okay, she is, I'm sorry. But that's the only thing that explains it. Welcome back to my channel, Stink. So if you haven't already read the title and you're just here because you like me, open your mouth and give me a kiss. Sorry, you guys just make me really hot and heated. Also, I'm about to be on my period, so that's that. Today we are finally doing a lower body routine. You guys keep asking me in the comments. Okay, I get it, I hear you, buddy. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I just feel like this would be a really boring video. I don't mind giving you the 411 on a warm up. Specifically, this video we are doing lower body. I'll probably make another one for my upper body routine and then maybe a full body one, depending on how well it's performed, but yeah. Now, before I get into the video, if you're new, welcome, okay? It's a good time over here, I promise, Scout's honor. Not only are you gonna be entertained, okay, but you're gonna be educated, and then you're gonna be fondled, all right? I call it being effed. So if you want me to F you, go ahead and join the cult, buddy. For my returning people, I missed you. I always do. I don't mean to make that a little bit too intimate. That felt kind of weird to me. We're not gonna talk about it anymore. So before we get into the whole warm-up routine, I do wanna give you a little bit of education. Knowledge is key. I feel like it's really important that we understand why we're doing things before we do them. That is one of the main purposes of this channel. So I'm gonna give you a bit of a backstory, all right? So why is a warm-up important? Because it is annoying, all right? Let's say we're already on a time crunch. Who wants to give 5 to 15 minutes of a warm-up? Okay, we haven't even started. Who wants to do that? No one. There was a long time where I wasn't warming up. I was like, let me just go into it and just see what God has in store for me. But I'm telling you, that's just like not what you want to do at all. So performing a warm-up is going to increase your muscle temperature and blood flow. So you're quite literally warming up. Haha, yeah, funny? Like, no? Do you guys get that? Okay, fine, whatever. All right, so I want you to think about it like a piece of Laffy Taffy, okay? If you were to grab a delicious, fresh green apple, strawberry, not banana, sorry, Laffy Taffy, and you were to put that bitch in the freezer for an hour, let's just say, and you take it out, all right? You bite into it, it breaks in half, shatters. Now, let's say you were to, be one of those weird kids who opened the Laffy Taffy and started stretching it, and your hands already have this warmth in it. So now you're over here stretching it, bending it, twirling it, making it into a little heart, because I know you all did that when you were kids, and it becomes really malleable and it doesn't break, right? But that's the exact same idea as your muscles. When they're really cold, which is dangerous, and you're trying to perform some form of exercise, what do you think is gonna happen, bud? All right, what do you think is gonna happen? You're not limber, okay? You're not loose, you're actually tighter. Your muscles are the epitome of a virgin. And in this case, we don't want that, okay? We don't want her tight, we don't want her pure, we want her dirty and used. We want our muscles to be the whore in the group. Now, not warming up your taffy, the taffy being your muscles, can lead to increased risk of injury, decreased performance. And you have to think about it like this: if your muscles are tight and stiff, do you really think that they're going to be performing at the rate that they need to be performing at? Spoiler alert, no, buddy, no. All right, don't be silly, don't be dumb. Now, what are some benefits of warming up, okay, so that we know all the good parts about it? You're welcome, okay? This is a full stop video. It's gonna contribute to improved muscle performance, reduce risk of injuries. Don't be stupid, okay? What did we just talk about? That Laffy Taffy breaking, we don't want that to be our hamstring. I'm someone that I've pulled a muscle before. I had a strain on my pec major, and it was because I decided to go ahead and do 20 dips in front of my jackass male colleagues, and I pulled my whole chest. Bruh. And you don't realize everything that you use your chest for until you don't have access to it anymore. I'm telling you right now, it's awful. So don't do what I did. Also increases your range of motion in the joints, okay? Right now we're being a little bit more limber, potentially look a little bit more stupid, okay? But like, it's the difference between someone being able to get a really low squat and someone who can't get a low squat, all right? We've opened those joints up. We have the nice birthing hips. It's good, all right? That shoulder pain you're having, non-existent. The reason why we go to the gym and we work out is preventative. And that's why I love fitness so much, is because you'll notice even in society right now, there's a huge transition into more preventative care versus popping pills in everyone's mouth. We're now like, hey, like if you do a little bit of workout here and there and eat a little bit healthy, you'll prevent all of this in the future. And that's the same idea as warming up. You're preventing potential injuries in the future. So think about it that way. Real quick though, before I do go to the gym, I do want to go ahead and introduce this week's sponsor. So let's give a huge thank you and a warm welcome, okay, extra hot, to our sponsor, Element, this week. Woo! Oh my God, yes, they're amazing. You guys already know how I feel about this product. I've been talking about it for the past like 6-7 months. She is my tried and true. Now, Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio. So when you're sweating, the primary electrolyte that you're losing is sodium or salt. Don't be silly, buddy, you already knew that. And athletes like you and I can actually lose up to 7 grams of sodium a day. And that's a lot, buddy. That's a bit too much. When sodium isn't replaced, it's common to have side effects like muscle fatigue, muscle cramps, headaches, and other just fatiguing symptoms that suck. I've experienced them. Trust me, a good way to avoid that is by taking an electrolyte packet like Element. Now, Element is offering you guys a free sample packet with any order so that you guys can try all of the flavors. There's a lot. So make sure to use the link in my description box down below. And let's give another huge thank you to Element for sponsoring this week's video and constantly supporting this channel. Kisses! All right, there are 3 main categories of warm-ups. The first being a cardio warm-up, and the purpose of a cardio warm-up is to quickly raise the body temperature and get the blood flowing, get it flowing through the muscles. An example of like a cardio warm-up would be like a nice jog, maybe an incline walk, a slow pace on the Stairmaster, some butt kicks, some high knees. I feel like you guys, jump rope if you're into that. You guys get the gist. The second style of warm-ups are dynamic. They are like a set of movements that are used to warm up the muscle and the joints, allowing your body to go through a full range of dynamic movements. Example of this would be like a lunge, leg circles, ankle rolls, arm circles. I feel like you guys kind of get the gist of it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, like, sorry. And then another form of warm-up is a static stretch, which are just like positions held for an extended period of time. And doing those movements help increase your flexibility. So an example of that would be like toe touches, or maybe the pigeon stretch, the frog stretch, holding the butterfly. You guys kind of get the gist of it, right? Now, my recommendation when it comes to just the perfect ideal style of warm-up is a combination of all 3. You want to be kind of picky with the order that you're doing your warm-up in. I'm going to tell you the ideal version, and then I'm going to tell you my version of what I do, and then you can kind of just make your decision on what you prefer. So ideally, you want to start with static stretching, right? Why the would you start with static stretching? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm going to tell you, buddy. It's because there's been research to show that static stretching temporarily, okay, keyword temporarily, decreases muscle performance. Then you want to transition into some dynamic movements, whether that be those little kicks and or whatever it's called. And if you have some time, throwing in a little bit of cardio to just overall get the blood flowing. It can be really beneficial to your lift. Not necessary though, you don't have to do it if you don't have time, but that is the ideal order if you're warming up for a lift. Obviously it'll be different for the events that you're doing, but specifically on this channel, we're talking about lifting. Now, personally, I don't really do it in that order. I don't. I like to go ahead and start my warm up off with the cardio. The cardio is like more the optional side of that when it comes to doing your warm up for lifting, but I like to go ahead and do like an incline walk, or maybe do something on the Stairmaster just to kind of get the blood overall flowing. I'm not on the machine to die. I'm not trying to be out of breath. I'm not trying to even shed a sweat. I am just trying to get the blood flowing into my muscles. So I typically won't do any static stretching for my warm-ups. I usually leave that for my cool downs, which I can also make a video on that if you want, so let me know in the comments down below. But after I do my warm-up, I go into some dynamic stretching. That way I can just get used to the movements, whether I'm doing lower body movements or whether I'm doing upper body movements. I just want to make sure that I'm nice and limber. And then finally, depending on the day, but specifically for leg days, I will end with some knee strengthening exercises, just because I do have poor knees. So you guys are gonna get a little 2-for-1 today, because I'm gonna give you that little routine that I have. If you're someone that has the knees of a 40-year-old hooker, buddy, don't worry, I got you. So are you guys ready? If you're not, shut up, okay? Pay attention, buddy, pay attention. All right, I'll see you there. Alright, that is all for this week's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, just like let me know in the comments and maybe throw up a cute little foot emoji in there for me, buddy. If you guys want an upper body version of this, just like let me know and I got you. Alright, I'm not selfish. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, guys. That really helps the channel out. I want to keep it growing. I want the cult to be, colton. I don't know if that made any sense. But yeah, my knees feel like a brand new hooker. Alright, I feel like I haven't done a single job yet. So if that's not enough sign to do warm up, then I don't know what is broth. So I'm gonna catch you guys on next week's upload. Give me a big fat kiss before you leave, okay? I'm ready. Mwah!
That's all, folks.